Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. A premiere of sorts. Hopefully you're watching this on a Friday and I got my inventory in time. If not, you're watching it just a couple a couple days later. The AVI-8 P-51 Mustang Hitchcock Automatic worldwide release was August 6th on Friday. Again, hopefully you're watching this on August 6th. If not, that's okay. So this is an AV-8 Mustang watch. The Mustang is a series that's been around before, but now this is a new spin on it. Same case, very reminiscent of the P-51 Mustang plane. Obviously, is what it's named after. And this focuses on Tommy Hitchcock. I'll get briefly just into who he was. I'm more into the watches, so we will check out the four that are in store at this time. So I do own a Speedmaster. Reduced Auto. Let's see, this is 94. So it's 28 years old. Holy smokes. It's crazy how time flies. And Ulysse Nardin. Maxi Marine chronometer. This is not as old, but this is still decent. This is 2012 or 13, so about 7 or 8 years old. I love this watch. This watch embodies everything I dig about timepieces. It's blue, and it's just a total off-the-wall design, take on time, how to tell time. I just love the hands, the dial. Everything about it is just so different than everything else out there, so I really dig this watch. Speaking about different kinds of designs, wait till you see these. Let's check out the Hitchcock Mustang Automatic. So the P-51 Mustang Automatic comes back in a new series, AV-4086, and we're looking at the Tommy Hitchcock edition version. There's 4 different colors. Prices are $330 for the guys in the stainless steel case, and $350, I believe, in the gunmetal case. As usual, it's all pretty much the same watch, just differing in colors, which, by the way, the color schemes that are chosen, I'm not going to get too much into who Tommy Hitchcock was, just briefly here and there. Obviously, essential in the development of the P-51 Mustang fighter plane. But he was a very good polo player, and the colors of the different model numbers are inspired by the various polo clubs that he did play for. So kind of interesting, really cool way to tie everything together for them. I'm actually going to start with what I would consider to be my, believe it or not, I think this one is my favorite. Sometimes it's very difficult to photo the Mustangs because even though it's anti-reflective, it's domed just enough to always get some light. But this is a green dial, and I think they do such a bang-up job on the green and yellow accent. So let me I actually have some decent notes. I had to flip my notes over. So they're 43 millimeters in diameter. It's 14 thick to that domed sapphire crystal. Okay, it's 50 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. The weight for those keeping score is 100 grams. 22 millimeter lug width, 5 atmospheres of water resistance, which is 50 meters. I did mention the price is $330 in the steel. The movement inside, it's not running. Oh, it's perfect that's not running. Wind it up. It is a Seiko NH35, which is a 24 joule automatic hand-winding hacking movement with a date function at the 6 o'clock. Pull it out to set the time. The hand stop. Look at the beautiful, beautiful skeletonized hands. Really nice. And then one click will do your date at the 6. You see it? There it goes. Black background date. I do want to talk about the strap for a second. I kind of glossed over it. The strap itself, I've never sat in a P-51 Mustang, but apparently the seats are embroidered in such a way with this padding. So again, everything just ties together beautifully. I'm going to try to really get that dial. So all their dials on the Mustangs, as you've seen in the other ones, are kind of like this metal look. See that distressed metal? sanded metal, and then many layers. Just looks awesome. Cutouts here. The dial font and writing is reminiscent of obviously a instrument panel in a cockpit. The 10 on all the watches is done in a different color to highlight it, because apparently Tommy, as I said, was a very good polo player, and he had a 10 goal handicap in the sport. I don't know much about polo. I know it's a bunch of guys on horses hitting a ball with a stick, and it seems to be very difficult to play. He also played on a tremendous field from what I know. One of the largest fields any sport is played on. Water resistant 50 meters, stainless steel, automatic, sapphire, crystal, and it is an AV. So it's AV-4086 is the model number. And then you see Japan movement, 24 joules. Really is a swell looking watch. I will tell you just briefly what I noted about Mr. Hitchcock. So he was in World War I. He was in World War II, United States Air Force, and it was during this time, just pre-war, that he was tapped to help develop the P-51. And actually, during a test flight of one is how he met his demise, unfortunately. So he died relatively young. Also, one of the founding people behind Lehman Brothers, which I thought was very interesting. Not that Lehman Brothers is is a highly respected company nowadays, as you look back, but still. He was a Lafayette Escadrille member, national polo champion, who directly influenced the Mustang. And that's basically AVI-8's their press release on it. Really cool. So, if you want to go over model numbers, that's the 4086. That was the 03, the green dial. We'll do this blue dial. So again, almost that sheet metal texture, red accents, the red 10, really nice on this nice padded blue strap. Man, these are beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the case design. Everything about it. Say it really. It's supposed to all take on the shape and styling cues of the P-51. So done with blue, white outlined hands, red accents. Really good looking. That etching on the back, or the inking of 10 gold Tommy. So this is the 4086 dash. This is the 02. Let's look at, I think this is the 01 now. So this is your plain black dial done on a brown leather strap. Looks really nice. Yellow numbers with the 10 in the red accent. Really, really cool. Look at that. I'm actually just noticing now. I didn't see it in all the photos I looked at. Interesting choice. 21,600 vibrations per hour. That is, of course, now you're back in my territory. No more polo. That is, of course, the beat rate of the movement. The balance wheel oscillates 21,600 times per hour. And then the last one is the one that's a little more money, but I love this color combo, and I'm actually exploring this color combo for some Islanders, perhaps. This dark gray anthracite with the light blue, cyan, whatever you want to call it, accents. Oh, man. Pops like crazy. Look at the rivets in the dial. They really come to life here on the dark background. Gunmetal case, done extremely well. Matching buckle, of course. AVI-8 does a wonderful, wonderful job on their watches. Wonderful. This looks really nifty. Let's see what's going on in the Lume department on all these guys, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know what we're going to see. Okay, here is that PVD one. Definitely that black Lume does not always glow the best, which is why the 10 done in a different color is glowing better. You can see the hands are fading rather quickly, which is, what happens with this stuff. The Lume is not the best on this one, but we'll compare it to the regular stainless steel ones. You can see the difference. The other stainless steel ones all kind of glow the same. The 10 already died out again because the 10 is a different color. I'm going to leave these right here. I mean, obviously, very easy to tell the time. It looks fantastic. But let's turn the lights back on, leave it like that, and presto. So, what we're looking at on this one, if you recall, the 10 died fast. Lume is a very interesting, I guess this is a little education. Lume is a very interesting animal. It likes to be green in daylight. That's when it glows the best. C3 Superluminova, which has a light green tinge in the daylight, glows the best at night. This is a little whitish. So that would be more, maybe more like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's more like a C1. But they can tint Lume, people that make Super Luminova, and any other Lume, they can tint it any color they want in the daylight pigment. But what that correlates to in the glow pigment is you get less glow generally. So at BGW9, it glows well, but C3 just kills it. Anyway, so then when you look at something like this was black paint with black Lume, and it just can't really muscle up and throw a lot of light because in daylight it has to appear black. So a lot of the fluorescent pigment or the photoluminescent pigment, I guess I should say, doesn't really get to shine because it's being masked over by the black pigment in the paint. Anyway, that's that. I'm gonna put the greenie on my wrist. Would you believe I like the green more than I like the blue? What a great look. This is where it's at. 43 millimeters on the size, 50 on the tip to tip. A little bit large for my wrist, sure, but definitely a watch that I would wear. Very cozy. The strap is unbelievably comfortable. If you're keeping score, this is where I would be on the strap, probably the third to last hole, 6 3/4 inch wrist. Oh man, really. And lefties, righties unite because they have this nice rounded crown guard that even when you bend your wrist, it doesn't dig. Very, very cozy. And that's the end. It has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the new AVI-8 P-51 Mustang Hitchcock automatic. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Questions or comments, put them down below, and I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.